Oh, Judy, I'm crazy.
Tell me something I don't know.
No, I'm crazy for hydrangeas.
Well, there's a great event happening this weekend. We'll tell you more next on Garden Time. Welcome to Garden Time. We are at Hydrangeas Plus, where they are a part of the Midsummer Madness event.
And this event is part of the Cascade Nursery Trail. In fact, later in the show, we're going to be talking to Kristen about her beautiful hydrangeas. But coming up first, we're going to take you to a garden made for pets. So I'm sitting in one of my favorite places at the Oregon Gardens. I'm here with Ty. Ty, what is it that you do here?
I am the Director of Horticulture and Botanical Curator for the Oregon Garden.
And we are in the pet-friendly garden. And I have to say right from the beginning, one of the things I love about the Oregon Garden is it's not just about a garden. It's about so many different options you can do in a garden and how to make so many different children and pets and all of things more friendly in a garden.
Absolutely.
So in the pet garden, let's talk a little bit about what makes it a pet garden.
Okay, well, the pet-friendly garden was designed specifically with pets in mind. The whole layout, the plant material, the water features, some of the hardscape. And it gives people an idea of how to incorporate some of these elements in their backyard to make their situations more friendly for their pets. I mean, I have children and they can be a little abusive on my garden, but I also have some Labradors, and they tend to destroy some things every once in a while. And so I've actually been able to utilize some of the features that we have in here in my own situation at home, just to make it so it's a little bit more friendly, be it, where I place plant material, what
and
I'm
the funny
using.
thing to me is I would think, and I'm no specialist in this kind of gardening at all, but I would think that the same things that humans need, desire, get used to would be kind of what you're looking for, like, warm places, cool places, all that.
Absolutely. Pets have feelings too. They enjoy serenity. They're going to enjoy, to be in a shady spot if it's super hot outside. We have a recirculating water feature here that we don't use any sort of chemicals. We primarily use pond enzymes and barley straw extract to keep it very natural and whatnot, but safe for them to drink. We've got a lot of little areas and nooks and crannies where they can go hide and explore. And if you'll notice, a lot of the pathways kind of amble all throughout the garden because most of the times pets aren't, linear. They kind of want to scoot in and out. Yeah.
And, I've been told this before, but I'm a doubter, so I'll ask you about it. But I think I've heard that before you even start to put in a pet-friendly garden, you should let those animals see how they set their trend. Where are they going to go? Is that ring true?
Absolutely. It makes perfect sense. Perhaps if you have an idea of what you would like to see the layout to be, or some sort of conceptualized drawing, maybe kind of put some of those elements in place. If you know that you want this big, beautiful tree right there, maybe place that and maybe kind of flag some other areas, and then just kind of see how those animals would maneuver in and out of those situations. And there it might give you a better idea of,
and then you could build a design based on that.
Absolutely.
And what about things like a lot of gardeners are very conscious about, chemical type stuff and spray. What is the theory that you're using in this garden?
So in here, we don't really use, we don't use a lot of insecticides here in the Oregon Garden, really, anyways. But we are very mindful of what we're using out in this garden to keep the weeds down. We use a lot of compost and a lot of mulch. We're planting material in here that will be very strong, very hardy, that will perennialize, that's not really going to spread and become incredibly invasive.
And I've got to ask, do you pay attention to things that might be poisonous, for like that animals might eat and make them sick?
We do, and in fact, one interesting part of this garden is we've incorporated some taxus in here, and we have, and as we know, the berries on taxus can be poisonous, but one feature of them is they are incredibly tough, incredibly resilient if you're looking for a coniferous green material in there. And so we have a special placard that kind of explains why we've incorporated this plant in here. However, there could be some problems. And it really just comes down to the discretion of the pet owner and what it is that you'd like to put in there.
So then I'm going to make this wild assumption that I can bring my pets to the pet-friendly garden.
Absolutely. You can bring your pets to the entire Oregon garden.
Nice.
The entire garden itself is pet friendly. We just ask that, number one, all pets are kept on a leash, and two, please pick up after your pet.
Perfect. Well, you know, we love coming out here to the Oregon garden, not only for the beauty of nature itself and blooms and plants and forms and shapes, but also because there's so much information you can gather up to make your own garden much more beautiful and pet friendly. Thank you so much, Ty.
Thank you.
Garden Time is brought to you by Capital Subaru, your way on the Parkway.
I've been a Capital Subaru customer for 15 years, and one of the main reasons is because they treat me well and I want to shop local. The service department is excellent, and I always feel like I'm taken care of here. In fact, they call me now even after I've driven off the lot to remind me to come in and get my car washed. That's service. One of the reasons why I like coming to Capital Subaru, actually, they have the dog area, and I can just walk my dog around the whole area and we can enjoy the outside. I got it my way on the Parkway.
Fiberon. Deck it right the first time.
Over the 30 years that our family has been in the nursery industry, we've learned that anyone can supply a customer with plants and garden supplies. But it's supplying those plants and supplies backed by a knowledgeable staff that can transform a garden and take it from ordinary to extraordinary. That's what we do at Sagawa Nursery. Why be ordinary when you can be extraordinary? Sagawa Nursery, growing beyond the ordinary.
Well, if you haven't noticed, it is hydrangea time, and so I'm with Miss Hydrangea. I'm with Kristen from Hydrangeas Plus, and we are just so seeing all these beautiful hydrangeas, and so I can't believe all the different colors on this one plant. It's
right.
interesting.
I know, the pinks, the blues, the purples, all on the same plant.
Yeah.
It's famous for that. It's just beautiful.
Now, is this an earlier one? Because it is kind of early.
It is kind of early. This is one of the new wood bloomers. This is David Ramsey, and it's one of our most reliable for sure. And it's actually showing color and getting deeper and darker with the days.
Because it really is only the end of June, so
Right.
I think that's great to have them in the landscape.
Yes, definitely.
And so how can we get that like this? I mean, I know the plant's going to do its own thing too, but can we manipulate it a little bit?
Yes, for color. There's a couple tricks, the pH of the soil and the available aluminum. Here's a chemistry lesson for
Okay.
you. Aluminum, the metal aluminum. Together, those will trigger a chemical reaction in the petal and change it to blue.
Ah, excellent.
Hydrangeas are naturally pink or red.
Oh.
So around here we're lucky we have low pH and we have available aluminum. And so we typically see the blues, but here and there, and like me, some other environmental effects might not give us blue. We have very alkaline well water.
Oh, so that helps.
So that helps with the pinks and the purples.
Okay.
But so to get blue, I have to do a little manipulating.
Okay.
And this is a package of something that'll help us turn things blue. It's actually called aluminum sulfate. So it has both the aluminum and the sulfur to help change to blue. So you could apply this now, you can apply it even earlier if you want to, but we can apply it now and still get some color change on some of the petals, since that color continues to deepen as the summer goes on.
And what if we want it to be more pink and we don't have that water available?
Well, you're holding some garden lime, and that's really just pelletized calcium. So any kind of calcium will help raise the pH of the soil. So even eggshells, you know, break up your eggshells from your breakfast every morning and put them on that hydrangea. And that is good to start earlier because our soil is so acidic. It really needs a lot of applications to get the pH to get up a little bit higher.
Oh, so in the fall or in the spring?
I'd say the spring. The
Okay.
fall, it might not be around. It's pretty mobile of an
Okay,
event,
so
so,
it washes right through.
it washes right through.
And so that's kind of nice. Like I said, you have this progression, so you always have hydrangeas in your landscape.
That's right, yes. Start with the serratas and the climbers, new wood bloomers, and then the old wood bloomers, and even the oak leaf
Oh yeah,
are
that's
starting
really
to come
neat.
on a little
Sure.
bit, and then the paniculatas are like our later July kind of bloom. So yes, all seasons for sure.
And then as homeowners, what should we be doing with them if we're not putting on other kind of chemicals? What else could we be doing?
You might want to look inside and see if it needs a little fertilizer. Sometimes when they're setting their buds, the inner leaves get yellow and a little tired. They need a little nitrogen. So a balanced, time-released product that'll get them through the summer
Perfect.
is appropriate for this time of year.
And then how can we come and get these? Because I want some more
yes.
for my garden.
Well, we're open to the public. There's certain times it's available on our website. We have a schedule of events there. And then you're always welcome to order and come pick up. We just aren't always here, so make an appointment and tell us what you want and we can have it ready for you.
Oh, that is great. And you're involved with another group. I love that group of
Oh
nurseries.
yes, we're a small specialty nurseries, a Cascade Nursery Trail. We make a kind of a little eclipse around the Willamette Valley. So come visit us. We have scheduled events on our website, cascadenurserytrail.com.
Well, you can find them all over the place or find hydrangeas in many different locations, but you have to come here and meet Kristen by appointment. So you can go to gardentime.tv, we'll click you over to that website and you can come and pick up some hydrangeas for your garden.
Yep.
Thanks so much for all the information.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for coming.
So I'm standing here with Barb, and we are in Durant Vineyards out at Red Ridge Farms. And Barb, you know, we had you on the show when you made the wonderful pea butter.
Oh,
so we know
yes.
you know how to cook really super well. But now you are releasing a book, right? So
Yes.
tell me about it and what the name of it is.
Very good. This is Willamette Valley Wineries. It's a pictorial history published by Arcadia Publishing, and they wanted to collect all of the history of our short 50-year wine industry
And that
life.
freaks my mind out a little bit because I moved here in the mid-'60s, so this was all just starting. All this wine passion for the Willamette Valley was just starting 50 years ago.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing.
So that's probably why the book is not as thick as it would be, because 50 years is not that long a time to talk about history.
Well,
And yet you did.
Yes, indeed. And actually, you know, there are so many more stories that I wish I could have included. I wish it was about 10 times thicker. And so maybe that's just another opportunity for me to capture more of the stories in other books.
So you really went out and you contacted people that actually did it, families, and they actually sent you pictures that they had
yeah.
about those times back then, didn't they?
They did. The wine families were very, very generous with their time and their stories. It was really great. I spent a lot of time also at Linfield's Wine Archives. They have a beautiful facility down there, and I learned a lot there. But the most fun was going out and sitting with the winemakers, the pioneers especially, to capture their stories. One of my favorite days early on in the process was sitting at Myron Redford's front porch. And he was just saying, what else do you want to know? What else do you want to know? And story after story. It still gives me goosebumps.
Yeah,
It was the coolest day.
So it really opened your eyes, even though you were passionate and you're involved in the food and wine industry. This was very telling for you about our history with wine, wasn't it?
There's a lot more to it than just opening a bottle and enjoying the great wine. There's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. We all know that, but there's a lot of love that goes into creating the great wines that we have. And you know, Oregon was just named, the Willamette Valley wine industry, or the region was named Wine Region of the Year, beating out some really special areas.
From all over the world. They beat out those
Absolutely,
areas.
yeah.
And so you're also going to be out here at Red Ridge Farms at a certain date, which you're going to tell us to book sign, right?
Yes, indeed, yes. On the 30th of July, I'll be here at Durant Vineyards signing books, but there are also lots of other. If you can't make that one, there can be some others that you can attend. Yeah.
And they're going to be selling the book when it comes out.
Yes.
There. Now, you can already pre-order it on Amazon, is that right?
Amazon or even Arcadia Publishing.
Well, there you go. So, you know, for more information, this is a great book. It really is. It fills you up on the history of this wonderful, wonderful industry that we're so lucky to have in Oregon. So for more information on where you can buy the book or where you can see Barb and get it signed, autographed for her, you can go to gardentime.tv. We'll click you over to her website. Barb, it's always a delight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Garden Time is brought to you by Portland Nursery, a passion for plants, a nursery for plant people.
Hi, I'm Sarah with Portland Nursery, and I'd like to invite you to check out our website where you'll find valuable gardening information that you know is local to our area. Check out our gardening solutions page where you'll find over 100 helpful brochures, or sign up for our email newsletter to receive timely gardening advice, inventory updates, and upcoming classes and events. Portland Nursery, a passion for plants, a nursery for plant people, on 50th and Stark, 90th and Division.
Judy,
Yep.
do you remember when I asked you if you liked me? I mean, if you really liked me?
Yeah, I liked you on Facebook.
Yeah, well, I need you to do that again.
Well, we really need everyone to like the new Facebook page for Garden Time. So you just go to gardentime.tv and click on the Facebook icon and like us again for our brand new page.
In the summer months, water use can double or triple due to outdoor watering. Here are 3 simple tips to help save water and money this summer. Set your sprinklers so that they're watering your lawn and plants and not the pavement. Water early in the morning or later in the evening when temperatures are cooler. Group plants with similar water, shade, and sun needs together. For more water conservation information and tips, check out the Regional Water Providers Consortium at www.conserveh2o.org.
Well, you know, it's summertime and maybe we're thinking about replacing our deck. I'm with Jason at Conrad Lumber out in Sherwood. And so what is the difference between maybe a cedar deck and a composite deck?
You know, it really comes down to your maintenance.
Ah, sure.
You know, your cedar, it's a beautiful wood, but it's something you're gonna have to maintain each and every year if you want it to stay looking new and you want it to look fresh.
Right.
You know, it's a great product to have if you're looking for that natural, but in today's market, the composite has came a long way. Now we've got a composite material that's not requiring any stain. You know, it's taken a light wash, a broom for cleaning, and price-wise, it's right there with cedar.
Well, that's interesting because it used to be that cedar was so much less expensive than a composite. So I think that always tilted people maybe to a cedar deck. So really, that's interesting that it's together.
Right, no, absolutely. And today, the cedar prices are pretty through the roof. And so you can get into a composite deck for nearly the same price. For up front, you know, it might be a little less with cedar, but you've got to think about your stain and your maintenance. And that's something you've got to do yearly.
Right.
And after a couple years, you've paid for that composite deck. So you might as well go composite and save that work up front and enjoy your weekends on your deck.
That's great advice. Well, I'm going to go and talk to Derek, who's from a company called Fiberon, and we're going to learn all about that composite. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Well, now I'm talking to Derek from a company called Fiberon, which makes a composite decking. And so we were just talking with Jason about the differences between cedar and a composite. And so we kind of touched on Fiberon. So tell us more about this product.
Well, so the benefits of going with Fiberon or any composite are that you're going to have virtually no maintenance. They come with a 25-year stain and fade warranty.
Wow.
So should you be out barbecuing, get burger grease on it, spill wine, ketchup, whatever that would stain your original wood deck, you're going to be able to wash that off with a hose, at worst case scenario, a push broom and a little dish soap. So it's a great product that is pretty much no maintenance.
But what about, we're having dancing or, you know, the dogs running around. So what about that kind of wear and tear?
I wouldn't be worried about dogs or anything scratching it. It is very durable. Should, you know, a ladder, you'd be sliding a metal table across it, you'd want to put like plastic stops or felt stops underneath. But other than that, it is a very durable product.
I love the way this looks too. It looks like real wood. It doesn't look fake.
Right. Now, being that it's a man-made product, we made sure to use the amount of color streaking and variation that you're not going to see repeating boards. So when you lay it out, it will look as though it's a natural wood product.
And then I was looking too, on the other side, it's the same grain, the same color as this side. So really, worst case scenario, you could just flip it.
Yeah, so we have these boards wrapped all the way around, and the reason for that is that should you damage it, yes, you can flip it, but should it be an overhead deck, as opposed to looking at the bottom of composite, you're now looking at a colored grain pattern as well.
Oh, that is nice. Really, there's so many really pluses for this. That is really great. And so also you have a new product on the market, and it's something about a carpet, compressed carpet?
Yeah, so this is a carpet board technology. We call it relaxed decking. And the basis behind it is we're taking all of the carpet that would be going into a landfill, compressing it down and making a board that we're comparing to wood with a warranty. It's going to have a 15-year warranty with it.
And this is really a good price comparable to cedar.
Yeah, so if you're on the fence in between the price of cedar, this is actually a comparable price as well.
And you know, this is a green product too. I love the way it looks. It looks real.
Yeah, so with our composites, going back to that, this is made up of 94% recycled material, and it's going to be post-consumer plastic like milk jugs or laundry detergent bottles, and then it will be wood from recycled door frames, trim, etc.
Wow, and I love your website because you can actually help me design my deck.
Yeah, so if you go on there, there's a smart tool, and it's a deck designer tool, and you can build the exact deck that you want, see the colors, see doing picture framing or anything to customize it to exactly how you want it, and get an idea before you pick it out.
That tool on the Fiberon website is really great. So you can go to that, you can see all the styles that they have, all the patterns of the composite wood. And you know, we are going to be showing you how easy this is to install. This product is going to be installed at our producer's home. So stay tuned for the next few weeks and you will get to see exactly how that works out. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome to Blooming Junction, where it's easy to connect with nature. At Blooming Junction, you'll find beautiful, healthy plants, good, fresh food, and a place to regain peace and calm in your life. We have an unsurpassed collection of unique and distinctive plants and the expertise to help any gardener be successful. And we feature Blooming Advantage plants. Come check out Blooming Junction for an inspiring experience in the garden or in the kitchen. Blooming Junction, offering quality plants for beautiful gardens.
Standards prices are great. We've checked, they're very competitive. That's why we use them.
You don't have to waste time running around making phone calls. It's good to know when working with Standard that our staff doesn't have to spend incredible amounts of time searching for pricing.
And even with the clients that have checked around, they've always come back to Standard as being their best buy.
Since 1947, we set the standard. Standard TV and appliance.
Judy,
Yep.
Do you remember when I asked you if you liked me? I mean, if you really liked me?
Yeah, I liked you on Facebook.
Yeah, well, I need you to do that again.
Well, we really need everyone to like the new Facebook page for Garden Time. So you just go to gardentime.tv and click on the Facebook icon and like us again for our brand new page.
Little Baja is your source for a whole lot of terracotta and concrete too. From bird baths and benches to Buddhas, bears, and fountains, plus the exclusive Baja chimney, we have an amazing variety of the finest in terracotta and concrete containers. Come check out our selection of statuary for any garden theme or setting. So for something for the garden, deck, or patio, come see us at Little Baja on East Burnside in Portland. Find us on Facebook too.
Well, those of you who know me personally know that I love Spiritopia. It's a great thing that I just have fallen in love with, and I'm fortunately right here where it's made. I'm with Chris, and Chris, what do you do here?
Everything. Like everyone else in a small company, you know, you do whatever needs to be done at hand. My official title is Spirit Chemist.
Well, there you go, and that works for me. So first of all, let's go over, you have really a base of 4 that you guys really have all the time. So let's just start here and go over, explain them to me. What are they?
Okay, so our apple liqueur is built with our apple brandy that's made in-house, apple cider, and then sweetened with apple juice. And a very complex, deep apple flavor. Has a little bit of a whiskey-ish undertone due to the charred barrels we use to age the brandy, which we'll talk about in a second.
And then this one is one that it just is a relatively new one, isn't it? It's only been a couple years. Absolutely delicious. Tell me about this one.
So this also uses our apple brandy as the base, and then this incredible pomegranate juice that we get direct from the farm in California. And then a trace of orange peel to just sort of complement the whole flavor. Really fun in the summertime with, you know, some club soda as a sparkler.
And I have to agree with you on that, because when I first got it, I thought this would be great for the holidays, you know, a Christmas drink. But then it wasn't long before it seduced me into a summer drink as well. So yes, it works well for both of them. And then this one, tell me about it.
So that's our apple brandy, and that's kind of a premium product for us in that we only select the best barrels that come out. Many of our barrels that are also wonderful are used to make the apple and pomegranate liqueurs, but the best of the best we make into essentially like a sipping brandy. 102 proof, aged in charred American oak, acts a lot more like a bourbon or American whiskey than a brandy because of that barrel. There is a little bit of undertone of apple, of course, and it makes it a really fun, really unique product that's kind of a crossover between whiskeys and brandies.
It does really remind me of like in London, where they really do sip certain brandies and stuff. It really reminds me of that kind of drink. Now the last one though is what we knew you guys from this. So tell me about this one.
So the ginger liqueur is our first and actually still our most popular product. And it's been growing in popularity since introduction. It's won multiple gold medals in competition. And if you're a ginger fan, you just have to try it. It's just really fun. Starts off kind of soft, but then the warmth really grows in your mouth. And it's great by itself, and it's also, of all of them, probably the most versatile in cocktails. Everything from, you know, ginger, that we're going to make a ginger royale.
You're actually going to make us one, aren't you?
We're going to make a very simple cocktail that anybody can do, but also in other things like Moscow Mules and Dark and Stormies, and everything from simple to fancy.
So now what are you making here?
So this is going to be a ginger royale, very simple drink. 2 ingredients, sparkling wine, preferably a drier sparkling like a Brut or a Prosecco. And so you put that in your cocktail glass. And then if it's a full-sized flute, these are smaller glasses, but in this you put in about an ounce in 3 or 4 ounces of a normal sized flute.
And that's it.
And this is it.
And now you are going to be serving this drink somewhere specific, aren't you?
Yes, we will be at the Lavender Festival and serving free samples of this and have all of our things for sale. Cheers.
That's so good. That is so delicious. So here it is. You know, you can go to their website and you can come out here actually to where they make this stuff, and they're open on a Saturday, I believe.
Saturday, 12 to 5.
Or you can just go to the Lavender Festival happening in Newburgh, and they're going to be serving these drinks while you're there, and then you can buy it directly there as well. You know, it's always a pleasure coming out here, Chris. Thank you so much. We love your beverages.
Thank you. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you for watching today, and thanks to Kristen at Hydrangeas Plus for letting us hang out. Now don't forget, this is the weekend for the Midsummer Madness event.
Why, you'd be crazy to miss it. For more information on today's show or to view past shows, you can always go to gardentime.tv.
William and I thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week here on Garden Time.
The proceeding was a paid program of the Guston Creative Group and its sponsors.